you guys doing? Let me tell y'all, we have a new team for Carmelo. He is going to get an appeal, and he is going to win this thing. Ben Crump is on this thing. I got a list of panelists that's going to come out and tell you guys all the details. So let's watch. By Anthony, Carmelo is going to get justice. Ben Crump. And when I tell you this is an all-star team, baby, yeah, you better watch out. Let's watch this video. Make sure y'all comment too and like, share, and subscribe. Check this out.
And that's what we like to see. Ben Crump just announced that a powerhouse legal team has come together to represent Karmelo Anthony pro bono. These are attorneys with backgrounds in civil rights, appeals, and criminal defense. And they are all coming together to review everything from the court case to start the appeal process to try to get something done about what happened to Karmelo Anthony based on the trial. And on this powerhouse legal team is the president of Texas NAACP. Oh, we on it now. We on y'all head top now because we all sat here and watched this young black boy get railroaded during his trial. Their focus right now is not going to be on the details of the incident. They are going to be focusing on whether or not Karmelo Anthony had a fair trial, and it could potentially lead to a new trial, to parts of the conviction being overturned, or a different sentence. It seems like their first move is to get through the appeal process to see what gets done through the appeal process. And if that's not enough, then they will revisit trying to have a new trial or whatever it is. I love to see it. I love to see it. They thought it was donezo for our boy Karmelo Anthony.
Well, we have an update for Karmelo Anthony, baby. He's got a new team behind him. So a new legal team filed substitution for counsel to pursue appeal for Karmelo Anthony. Baby, and here's the starting lineup. Nobody came to play. I know people thought Ben Crump would be up in here, but don't worry, he brought a co-counsel to the team. Now leading this counsel is Russell Wilson II. And if you want to know the credentials of everybody on counsel, you can go ahead and stop, pause, and read. I just want to make it clear, I stand with Karmelo Anthony, and I love that our community has come behind this young black man and let him know that he is not alone. And hopefully we can turn this conviction over and get him the fuck out of there. I don't want him to serve no time for defending himself. And for all you 3x5 cards sitting in my comment section telling me that putting your hands on somebody does not justify unaliving them, I'm just going to say Emmett Till, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and the list goes on. Y'all are a fucking danger no matter what. I don't know why y'all like to switch up history if y'all are not the most treacherous individuals to walk this fucking world. Just because Wigs R Us removes history from the books doesn't mean it didn't happen. Y'all are not peaceful. Y'all are not pleasant. Y'all don't mind y'all business. And y'all are literally a threat to black people's lives. And history will not tell you anything different. So don't play the innocent factor. Y'all have done way more to us than we've ever done to y'all. And for way less. Have the fucking day you deserve.
Okay, so they announced Carmelo's appellate team today. Got 3 attorneys on there. And I see an appellate attorney. Don't know if they're going to file this motion for a new trial. And if they don't, it is the biggest mistake any attorney can make. And they will have failed Karmelo on that basis alone. You do not miss an opportunity to get your conviction vacated by a trial court as well. Because if the trial court rules in your favor, you can't appeal that shit. You just get a new trial. And he'd be home in 90 to 120 days if he could win. Now, trial courts don't like to do that, but I already told you, dude. The arguments are so strong and there's so many fucking mistakes. I don't know how Judge Roach could make a written opinion that has any basis in law not to overturn it. And it's done essentially so all these guys could just get it, chop it up, add to it. And most attorneys, like I told you, bro, they're going to tell people like, no, we don't want to do that yet because we need to develop the record. We need to do this. No, you get this opportunity once. Once it passes, it's gone. Meaning all you have is the appellate court, and then the court above the appellate court is basically the Supreme Court of Texas. It's not called the Supreme Court. It's called the Texas Criminal Court of Appeals. So if you lose your appeal and you don't raise the ineffective assistance of counsel claims, you can raise the ineffective assistance of counsel claims on Texas They don't want you to do that because you miss out on having an evidentiary hearing. You would essentially have that hearing in the motion for a new trial to be able to develop the record on Mike Howard and Toby Shook's explanations for doing what they did. And he could be home in 90 to 120 days. Even if he loses, it preserves everything for that appeal, and you get that evidentiary basis for all the IAC claims in the trial court. And the trial court has 75 days to rule on that motion. So, if you guys have faith, that's good. I don't. I know how attorneys operate, dude. And I know how they can tell people the wrong thing all the time. Do I hope, my God, that they get it done? Absolutely. Absolutely. If they don't, it's a failure, and it's as simple as that. As simple as that. So we will see what happens. They got 17 days. Nothing filed in 17 days. They just lost an opportunity that'll never come again to get his conviction vacated. So, prayers up, man. Hopefully they get this shit done. But I've done my part, man.
So Karmelo Anthony is getting a new legal team. This will be comprised of a civil rights attorney, also a couple people from the Texas NAACP. A lot of people in that sector are banding together to overturn his conviction. And my biggest thing that I have to say about it is why? Why? He committed murder. There are consequences to murder. That's it, guys. It's that simple. There's consequences to murder. You guys are so easily influenced by the media, feeding you breadcrumbs and just poking at you like, oh, racist. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to prison because he's black. Yeah, they got another one. No! He stabbed somebody in the heart. That is murder. We have a justice system. Justice system determines his sentence. Boom, bam. How it's been for years. You cannot take every single case of when a black person was wronged by the justice system, because it has happened. It has. Plenty of times. But that is not this. You guys gotta get a grip. You gotta get a grip on your head and your mind. You guys are turning delusional. It's not a good look. You are. Because when people start showing you facts, when all the information is there, you guys will turn a blind eye just because your skin color. You will. And that's how they keep you in a trap, in a loop. That's how they keep us in a victim mentality. At the end of the day, it's such a sad story. Such a sad story. I hate it on both sides. I really do. But it doesn't matter how many high-profile attorneys come on. It doesn't matter. Murder is murder. How are you going to spin this? It was not self-defense at all. Someone pushes you. You go to a grocery store. Someone bumps into you. Do you automatically think, oh, let me go and shoot them? No. It doesn't matter what they were going back and forth about. He was not supposed to be there. He wasn't supposed to be in the tent. He wasn't. Guys, I need you to use your heads. Use your heads now. Because black people, you're looking ridiculous. You're looking uneducated. You're looking very misinformed. And you're looking very emotional. That now people are taking how you're acting for this situation, and they're actually measuring it to your intellect. I don't want that for you. You're better than that. What a concept.
Major update in the Karmelo Anthony case. A lot of y'all know he was found guilty and sentenced to 35 years. Well, a lot of people were saying his attorney was not for him and he was lost in the sauce, y'all. Well, appeal has been filed, y'all, and he has a new team of heavy hitters. Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it. Let me tell y'all who is all currently on Karmelo Anthony's team. He has Russell Wilson II as his lead counsel. He comes from the law office of Russell Wilson II. He has Michael Ware as the second chair. He comes from the law offices of Michael Ware. He has Gary Bledsoe, the third chair, y'all. He is the president of the Texas NAACP, and he's also from the Bledsoe law firm. Then he has Brooke Clues from the CRUMP law. Then he has Sean DeRetta from Doretta Law Firm. He also has Justin Moore from Stanford Moore P. LLC. So he has a whole clique. That is a group of 6 different attorneys, y'all. And the best part of it all, y'all, they all pro bono. They doing it for free. They don't want a nickel, dime, penny, or quarter. God is good. Continue prayers for the Anthony family. Continue prayers for Karmelo Anthony. This too shall pass, y'all. This too shall pass. As more comes from this case, y'all know I'm going to bring it to you. And as always, thank y'all for sipping a little more tea with Auntie. Bye, y'all.